Jumpstart every dream. We'll elevate your mind. Impact is what we do. We do it all for you. Jumpstart every dream. We'll elevate your mind. Impact is what we do. We do it all for you.
Oh, well, hey y'all. How y'all doing? Don't, please do not mind whatever just happened a second ago, okay? But let's be more formal with this. Hey y'all, hey everybody, how everybody doing out there? I ain't gonna say I'm the pastor, but I'm the preacher's kid, you know. I'm Joseph Stevens Jr. Just call me JJ. Yeah, if y'all pronounce me by my full name, I'm automatically not gonna like you. I'm just gonna tell you that right now, okay? But I hope everybody been doing well. Y'all having a great and blessed and wonderful week. We almost through this week. We almost through this year, and I'm very happy that hey y'all here and y'all joining me for what's going on right now. I'm just here to chop it up with y'all, rap with y'all real quick. You know, this is Rapping with JJ, so we just gonna be chopping it up and just, you know, having a little back and forth and things like that, you know. As time goes on, there will be more things we'll tap into. Y'all gotta wait and see what happens and come find out and tune in every single Thursday to find out. But you know what? Let me just go ahead and jump right in because, in all honesty, I've been thinking about this because I've had conversations with, you know, family, friends, and I've been noticing these things happening, you know, for a while now, really, like for a good enough while, and it's basically about, you know, my generation. Watch out now. But my generation, you know, and even the generation below mine, you know, the young ones, the ones that are coming up. You know, I think my generation is more in the stage of we are either stepping in or just starting to operate in adulthood and whatnot. And now, you know, we have another generation coming up after us and whatnot. And that's more of the things that I want to focus on and, you know, where I want to speak on and things like that. Because I have noticed a sort of, how do I put it? Let's call it like a shift in the, you know, respectful power structure and things like that. So let me put this bluntly and not use as many big words and try to sound smarter than everybody. I've noticed lately, you know, not everybody, this doesn't go to everybody, but the ones I'm talking about them. There's these younger people coming up, that respect factor, you know, that usually is supposed to be instilled in you, that should be like a no-brainer, that should be status quo. It's starting to be missing from a lot of these, you know, young people, from a lot of these kids, more and more and more. Again, not with everybody. It's more so like with, you know, with some of them, with a good number of them. A good enough number for me to like talk about this. Because I know, me personally, I'm not saying that every single person that I was around, that every single kid was perfect and that every single kid like did what it was supposed to do, was respectful and things like that. Not saying that at all. What I will say was this. Let I would have been anything like, you know, disrespectful, ill-mannered, or anything like that. If I go out in public and I'm just acting any old kind of way, I probably wouldn't be here. You know, mom and pops didn't play that. They did not play that at all, you know? And I'm sure, like, a lot of y'all all out there watching, y'all grew up that same way, you know? And, you know, I'm not just, like, talking just to talk and saying that. I'll give y'all some examples. So, I remember, this was back in, I remember talking with my dad about this. This happened way back in April, I want to say, where there's this football player, his name is DK Metcalf. He had a football camp for, the young kids and everything. One of the little kids at that camp was, trying to talk trash, but he was being wild, like going way like over the edge in terms of what he was saying to DK Metcalf, the person who's hosting the camp and things like that. And so if you go pull it up and look it up and see what was going on, you'll look at it and you'll say, whoa, 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 this what we doing now? Like, this is what we've reached? We've reached that point where, like, kids are just talking to, like, older people, grown folks, any kind of way and things like that. And let me make this abundantly clear. Like, because I know some people will say, like, in the sports world, trash talk, again, you're talking to somebody who loves football, loves basketball. I am a proponent, an encourager of trash talk. Let's make that abundantly clear. When I play sports, I talk trash. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. I talk trash when you talk trash to me, okay? There's a difference, okay? If you talk to me, I'm going to say something back. And I may not shut up after that. Neither here nor there. I'm all for it. But, there's a time and a place for everything. That's number one. And you also have to understand, like, who you're talking to. What are you talking, like, read the room. Read the situation. You're at like the little kid, you're at a football camp. The kid's at a football camp. You're going there to learn, to get better. If you're going to talk trash to somebody, talk to the other kids and everything. You talk trash to the other kids, I ain't got a problem with that. You go out there, you playing football, you make a good play and everything like that. Run a good route, make a catch and everything like that. Talk your talk, stun on everybody. You can do whatever you want to do. When you take the time out to just go at an adult, forget the fact that you went at, like, the person who's hosting the camp, who took time out of his day to go do something, for everybody else, for an entire community. Forget all that. You took the time. You went at an adult. And it wasn't in a, like, oh, they were playing football, they were playing one-on-one, and he was talking. No. It was just randomly him coming out of nowhere and just saying wildly disrespectful stuff and things like that. I'm painting this picture for y'all, man, because it's like, hold on. Why we reach that point? Why we here right now? You know what I'm saying? And I said, like, a big part of it is because, like, that hierarchy is, like, the respect for the hierarchy is missing. And I think, like, we got to get back to that. Like I told y'all to open it up with this. My parents didn't play that. They instilled in me. Okay? I think I've said this before, whether I was talking with my dad or, in other, tapings that we've done. I got in a boatload of whoopings. We'll have a different conversation on whether or not I deserved most of them. They'll probably tell you I did. I deserved every last one of them. I'll argue not. But I got a lot of them one way or another. I got them. And I'll tell you this. As painful as they were, and Lord Jesus, they were painful. I didn't appreciate that. But as painful as they were, I learned the lesson and to not make that same mistake again, to not put myself in a situation that'll make me get whooped again. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it had to deal with, doing what I'm supposed to do, being respectful, acting right, being a good representation of, of my family and whatnot, and being a good representation of, like, the people who raised me and things of that nature. And I think, you could say part of it in terms of this generation and the kids coming up now, part of it is because, the parents now are getting younger. And so, like, the dynamic between the parent and the child is starting to become more, we're buddies and we're friends more so than, I'm the parent, you the child, and things of that nature. Which, again, it's like, I'm not sitting up here saying you can't have a cool adult relationship with your kids. I strive to have that. But also I understand that, I have to let them know that, I'm the parent, you the child. And one thing you will be respectful. You gonna come out here and you gonna know how to act and things like that. I think one of the things in life in general with everybody is we have to instill, especially in the young people coming up, it's important that respect is the first and number one thing that pops out. That you respect others the way you would want everyone to respect you and things of that nature. Because I'll be honest, this is me being real with y'all. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is me being real with y'all. Sometimes, whether or not you're respectful or not, and things like that, that could be the difference between, like, the way your life goes in terms of like, do you end up in, better situations, better circumstances, you have better opportunity, or if you're in worse situations, worse opportunities, worse circumstances, worse, you end up in worse environments, or worst case scenario, you end up, and this is just me being real, you end up not here anymore, you end up dead, and things like that. Like that, there's a difference. Like, it can happen that way, all off of you just not being respectful, not respecting someone, not treating someone the way you would want to be treated, and things like that. I'm not saying you have to go out and be everybody's friend, because I'm not everybody's friend and whatnot. But I'm not going to go out of my way to just, mouth off and run off and just, treat somebody just unfairly and unwantedly horrible and things like that. Because I wouldn't want that to happen to me and things like that. So I think it's important that it starts with, and it's everything. I feel like it takes a village in a lot of cases. It's not just, it's the parents. It's also, people who are older than the kids and whatnot, teaching them lessons that they learn themselves. I think it's a little bit of everybody. But everybody, it's important that we pour in to the younger generation that respect can go a long way. It can go a very, very, very long way and whatnot. And I think once we understand that and we get a hold of that and things of that nature, I think, this generation will be better off and it will be better prepared and will also even be better set up, to have, big things coming for them, because I know, like, I'll be a living testament. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that I'm perfect. I'm close, but I'm not perfect at all. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that. But I will tell you this. I know my parents did a great job with me. They made sure that, I'll never forget, a perfect example. One time I went to go buy my car. The first time I went to go buy a car, the dealer, who helped me, who took care of me in that situation, he looked at me and my cousin, and the first thing that came to his mind, he told my dad, and he said, yeah, y'all did a great job raising them. They were very respectful to us. They said a lot of yes sirs, no sirs, and things like that. Very respectful. They did their thing and whatnot. They looked like they were raised correctly. And I remember when my dad told me, when he said that, I looked at it, I was like, you know what? That's really dope. Like, that's really dope that somebody looked at me and said to myself, like, or said that about me. You know what? That, I'm making my family look good. I'm making my parents look good. Like, I'm giving my parents the satisfaction that, they did a good job, raising me. And I think that's what we have to instill now, because I don't know where it happened. I don't know where we just, like, went left a little bit. Because like I told you in that example, I don't know whose child decided that was okay. I can just tell you this, my my parents would have never let that happen. They would have whooped me in front of everybody at the camp, and then they would have took me out the camp altogether. Okay? And I probably would have done the same thing if that was my kid and things, and things like that. Big picture point, we have to reestablish that hierarchy and respect and things like that for this younger generation. So that way when they come up, they understand, and also they understand how it's for the better for them, and that can be passed down to their kids, and their kids can pass down. It becomes a chain reaction. That's the only way it's going to become better. That's the only way we going to grow and move and elevate, you know what I'm saying, as a society. Y'all know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was just one of the things that was on my mind. I've been thinking about it, talking about it with my family. A couple of family members I was talking about with it over this week, and that was definitely one of the things on my mind. I figured I'd just, chop it up with y'all about that. But, something, if nothing else, well, I'm not my dad. I'm not going to do all that, but I am going to let y'all know, like I said, at the beginning of this, we're going to do more of this, and it's going to get better and better as the weeks go on. We're going to tap into more things, whether it's me bringing somebody else on, or whether it's, different conversations we talk about where we just chop it up with y'all. We be real with y'all. We're authentic with y'all. To y'all. It's going to be, we're really going to tap in with this and really have fun with this. So y'all stay tuned, and y'all tune in every single Thursday and whatnot. Also tune in for my dad, Don't make him feel left out of the equation and everything. He's important too. Is he more important than me? I guess. But, no. But, nah, I'm playing. But anyway, if nothing else, y'all be smooth. Y'all do y'all thing. I will see y'all next Thursday where we tap in on Rapping with JJ. Love y'all. Peace.
Jump starting every dream will elevate your mind.